subscribing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hold on, y'all. So we finna get into it, okay? We finna get into Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we're just gonna go through each cast member and just feel like where we at with the show, right? I feel like in the beginning, it was odd because anytime you have new players on the show, it's going to be a little awkward, right? Because we really don't know them, we don't know their personality or their background. But I think the moment we started to get used to it, that's when Kenya ended up getting kicked off the show. So it went back to being bland again, and it kind of went back to the beginning of the show and the beginning issues, which is Portia and Drew, and then Shamia being a lap dog. Like, we really didn't get more after. Now Miss Phaedra Parks is on the show, so we're going to see a little bit more. And her confessional ate. I'm not gonna hold you. Her confessional definitely ate. I think she definitely came to work. But let's start off with Portia Williams, right? So Portia, now I agree with Drew, right? I'm not gonna say that I made this up. I agree with Drew with the fact that Portia doesn't want to talk about her divorce, so all her focus is going to be on Drew and Dennis, right? Nobody truly believes that Dennis and Drew are really sleeping together. Let's be for real. But to deflect on her divorce and the things that she's going through, she's going to talk about them. And I feel like she planned this, right? Like, she planned to only give a lot, like she was really going to dive in the rest of the season, episode 1, but her plan was to only talk about it episode 1. And then after that, she was going to go ahead and move on. Okay, it looks like, okay. Um yeah, so it seemed like she was going she wasn't really going to go get into it for real, for real. Um Another thing about Portia is the home, right? So she told us in the show that she rented her home. No, she won her home. But it's given that she really didn't own the home, because why are you looking for a house if you won the home? I understand why she wanted the home, because when you're on a show like Real Housewives of Atlanta, you got to come with it. You got to come with the house, the clothes, the look, and everything. So she wanted to make sure it was Real Housewives of Atlanta ready, which I get. But why are you looking for another house if that's the house that you already won? That seems like a lie. And then I want to get more into this relationship. Yeah, she said that throughout the relationship, she felt like something was off. She was trying to figure out why she wasn't going into like the shorter lines of the airport. She's in the community line with everybody else. Cards was declining. Everything is alleged in for entertainment purposes. And so she was really trying to figure out what was going on. I understand that, but I want more. Like, how did you meet him? What was the time lapse between you and Fallon? Because it seems like you're not trying to give us that part. Like, that's what I want to know. Now, Bravo was being very messy, and the timestamp that they put on Bravo was she was with well, her ex-husband was with Fallon, and then 2 months later he was with Portia. But it's a little weird because Fallon said Portia DM'd him and Fallon to say, you know, guys, I'm wishing y'all the best. I'm just trying to check in and see where you at. So to me, there had to be a time lapse. Ain't no way in 2 months you move over to the next relationship, then y'all married. It's given y'all was definitely messing with each other then. And this is the topic she don't want to get into, so she's going to focus on Drew, which I feel like is a cop out. And I'm happy that Drew actually peeped game. Let me see. Team Times Up. Portia needs to be looking for. Yeah, and that's another thing. She's trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to get an $8 million home. Girl, it's just you and Pilar. Maybe the mom gonna live with y'all. That's what, 4 or 5 bedroom max. Not an 8, 9, 10 bathroom. I feel like she's trying to compete with Shamia, and it's giving underlying jealousy of Shamia. But we're gonna get into that when we talk about Shamia. So the next person we gonna get into is Drew Sidora. So I feel like Drew is giving us everything this season with her life. She definitely ate Shamia when Shamia was like, "I am not a lap dog." Shamia, you're definitely giving lapdog and all this energy that you have towards Drew. Why don't you have towards Portia? And that's your best friend. Your best friend is the one who did you in, but certainly you got all this beef and stuff with Drew. I don't like that. It's giving really fake and phony. Um, and Portia played in your face for years. Sorry, y'all, trying to get it out, but she played in her face for years, and yeah, it's giving. Let's see. I think Portia DM Simon. Yeah, that's what they said. They said that Portia DM Simon and just to check up on him and his family. I don't know about that one though, cause you was checking on something else. You was trying to get a Shamia life and end up getting the Portia life where she's at. No shade. um, but the whole going back to Drew, the whole her ex-husband living in the basement, I don't understand how that's best for the kids because the kids can understand and see dad is down in the basement a whole lot more than he is in the family home. And why do you have two people that close together? Allegedly he done locked her out the house. Like, of course the kids gonna peep it. Like, kids are not statues, you know, they're actual human beings, so they pick up on emotions and things that change and everything. So that was a little odd. I'm happy that she got Drew's Dennis' confession, I would say, on live where she asked him, word around town is I'm sleeping with you for studio time. Is that true? And he laughed it off and was like, no, that's not true. Everything is strictly business. And I'm happy that Dennis gave her that on camera. Because Portia is really trying to tarnish Drew's name and it's giving misplaced anger. Cause why are you coming so hard for Drew? And just to let y'all know, Drew is giving me Eva, right? I feel like Drew and Eva, both of them be lying sometimes, but back them in a corner too much, they gonna get you together and they gonna read you for filth, okay? Like Eva ran Marlo down on that bus, and Drew got Shamia together at that table. Now let's go ahead and go into Shamia. Now Shamia lifestyle real nice. Her husband do HVAC for the airport, child. It makes me feel like I need to go and get a trade. Okay. But I think Shamia needs to be more honest with herself. I think she's still trying to fit into that role. For the life of me, I don't understand why they all still trying to fit in or have that fit in mentality. But other than that, Shamia does seem like a genuine friend. I'm gonna give her that. I do think she needs to work on her stylist. Cause them boots, them SpongeBob boots she had on with that outfit pissed me off thoroughly. Um, and I feel like Angela wasn't wrong for checking Shamia when it came to Portia talking about her husband. Especially since we've seen how Portia is with other people's husbands. And you're married, right? So if you respect marriage, you honor marriage, why are you condoning your friends? Because somebody said it on the show. Me and my friends ain't keying like that because me personally, me and my friends ain't keying about taking nobody husband and nobody man. That's weird. That's odd. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all share the live. Y'all like the live. Shamia is too codependent on Portia. Very codependent. Very codependent. The judge has them staying in the house together. Drew should move on. I think Drew should move on and move into another home as well. I think that would be best for her mental. But I mean, 2 days ago, we just seen a video of them in the kitchen cooking for Memorial Day weekend. And not saying co-parents can't come together and cook together, but I don't know. That looked a little togetherness for me. But yeah, Shamia, she's going to have to eventually get out of that Portia's shadow and being the whole lapdog and be her own person, like her own story, her own, stand on what she feels. Like, she can't keep running behind Portia. But I'm not going to hold you. Portia gave friend of the show, though. She did get friend of the show. And did y'all peep what Shamia said about Portia when they was at the table when she was like, Portia, you got to show your real self. And Portia was like, no, they're going to have to pay me more money for this. So is Portia putting on an act for the show? Anybody peep that? And then Portia threw a little shade at Shamia when she said, I mean, your husband don't want to film. So, and you know, if you don't want to film, somebody in your family don't want to film, that causes problems with production. So I don't know if that's what she was trying to do, like throw like little shots at her, but I don't know. I heard it. I peeped. Angela thought more of Shamia, but she's too immature. Yeah, Angela and Shamia is nowhere near each other. Angela, which we definitely gonna get on her, fits in very well. I think she would have fit in real good with the old cast. I think she would have did a real good job. Yeah, Portia's going out real sad as a woman. Like, you got to stand on something, and you going around joking around people's husbands, and that's not cute. It's not cute, and that's why Angela had her outside at the guest house. She wasn't even inside. She said that woman is never stepping foot in my home, and I don't blame her. She keep her outside in the grass. Okay. So let's get to Britt. When it comes to Britt, I feel like Britt is boring. She's not really giving us anything. Her man is giving he really don't like her. It's giving he really don't want to be on the show. And then the last episode is giving she just made up that business since the whole Kenya thing went down. Like, she had to come up with something that she does so it doesn't look like she don't do nothing. And she came up with that business, which was a flop. They ain't had no food. People didn't know where they were supposed to go. You had Portia sitting with somebody that's not even a cast member. We don't know what's going on. Half of y'all on a golf course in outfits and Kentucky Derby outfits at a golf course. What is happening? What is going on? Yes, outside. Yeah, I don't like that. And then for you to try to knock out a key player, I said what I said when it comes to Kenya Moore, baby. You're going to have to fill in. Okay? Because now we need her back and you need to go. And I feel like Britt will fit in more with Love and Hip Hop. She gives Love and Hip Hop behavior. So I think that's what she should have, applied for. Other than that, I feel like she was definitely gunning for Kenya. There was no need to talk about she had a pistol and everything else, a pew pew and everything else. That was irrelevant. It wasn't even that deep. Kenya was trying to leave. It wasn't like she was trying to like intently fight her. I feel like Britt couldn't handle Kenya Moore on a mental read level. So she was getting more and more frustrated. And that's why I feel like Kenya should have kept it there. Because Britt wasn't touching her when it comes to them reads. And that's what was pissing her off. I feel like if she would have stayed there, she would have proved her point. Britt's annoying. The streets are saying her husband plays for the other team. But I'm not the one to gossip. Yeah, that's what the streets say. The streets say allegedly that baby wants somebody else, and it would make sense because I mean he act like he don't like her, and that's how typically men act when they go for the other team. They can't be themselves, so they be angry with the person they choose to be with. Wild work. Kelly, I think Kelly is good for the show as far as aesthetically. She also shares a lot of her story. And she's honest. I don't think she shifts, depends on who she's with. I think she's good for the show. I would like to keep her. Angela MVP. MVP of the show. She is getting these girls together. And this is why we started watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like the reads, and it's natural. It doesn't look like it's practiced like Sweet Tea on Married to Medicine. It looks really good. And I would like to see her with Nene, Phaedra, and some of the old cast members. I would like to see her spar with Marlo. Cynthia, I'll be forgetting Cynthia on the show. I'm not going to hold you. That last episode, I forgot she was even at the table until she got up and said I had to go. Because she was like, what is this? This is not what we do. This is not what we normalize. So Cynthia, I need more. She's giving definitely friend of the show. And I'm wondering if she is the friend of the show because we're not really hearing much from her. Kelly tried to big up Shamia. Yeah, she did try to big up Shamia after calling her best friend. I don't know what her goal with that is. She doesn't even really have to do that because her storyline and the way she carries herself is enough. So I don't understand that part. Phaedra Parks, Miss Phaedra Parks. She ate the last 5 minutes. I feel like they definitely oversold. Like they oversold us for Married to Medicine. The first season she was on there, very dry, really didn't clock in. I feel like second season of Married to Medicine, she clocked in. And I feel like Real Housewives of Atlanta, she gave us a good roundabout, you know. And if she keep that consistently and move that way and say those type of things in front of the girls, I think then we're gonna have a show. I think that's gonna be real good. But I need her to come for real. Like I don't need her to be playing. Like if you gonna start some show, start some drama and stuff, we need it now because we're bored. We're really really bored. But I just really wanted to go through what I thought of the cast and members. I feel like this can be a lot better. We definitely should have kept Kenya on the show. I think it would have made her and Britt banter a lot more interesting. We could have seen how the girls' dynamic change or shift because of that beef instead of just taking her off. Because let's be honest, there's people on other Real Housewives of Atlanta that does not look like her that has done way worse and still have their job. So let's be for real. And I don't even want to go there, but baby, them pictures was already out there. Talking about some, I scrubbed the internet. You can never scrub the internet. The internet is here to stay. It probably wasn't that hard to pick up. So bring her back. I don't even care about it anymore. Bring her back. Fade your face, fake parts. I have to see more. Yeah, I gotta see more. I gotta see what she really bring. But y'all, that's like my really quick rant about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I just want to see more. That's it. Like it started off slow. It was starting to get good. The moment it got good, somebody left. Now somebody coming back. We hoping that she saves the show. Like we shouldn't depend on one person to save the show. And I feel like when you take too many OGs from the show, it kills it because we're here for the dynamic. We're here for how they move with each other. So I think they need to bring back more OGs and then sprinkle some new. But Britt can go. I said what I said. Britt can go. We really don't need her. But yeah, y'all, that's my rant. My quick Real Housewives of Atlanta. And y'all, I do reviews on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And my Twitter. My Twitter is busting, y'all. Make sure y'all follow my Twitter where I talk about it as the show is going on. So make sure y'all follow Dark Skin Queen 2.0 while we're watching the show. And y'all can get my active reaction during the show. And yeah, y'all. So I just want to do a quick 15-minute live for y'all just to tell y'all where I'm at with Real Housewives of Atlanta. And if you're watching this, type in replay gang if you're watching it after the live. And let me know what y'all think. Y'all feel like I'm on point? Y'all think that I'm off? I don't want people around me that's going to always agree. I want real reactions, real honest reviews on it. And if you want to come on my live next week and want to talk about it some more, go ahead and hit my Instagram. And yeah, so we can just chop it up a little bit more. Thank you, Tea Time Tug. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. As always, do something for yourself, even if it's something small. Okay, bye, y'all.